Hello, my friend, and welcome back. I have got an awesome video for you today on what I think is the ultimate car rig. Now, not too long ago, I did a review of the Delkin Gecko triple mount for mirrorless cameras, and that is a 3 suction cup setup that hooks to your window or to anywhere else within your vehicle and uses just a press of your finger on 3 different suction cups to hook your camera onto. And it supports mirrorless cameras with full lenses and things like that. It's a really excellent setup, paired with optical steady shot on the lens, active IBIS within the A7R5. This thing was incredibly steady. But then I saw a video from Cam Mackey, and if you don't know who Cam Mackey is, highly recommended content. I'll link his video and channel down here in the doobly-doo. But Cam showed this rig, put it on his truck, and then went through some pretty nasty terrain, and the stabilization that this was able to perform was really impressive. Top tier impressive. And how does it do that? Well, it's using this. Instead of a mirrorless camera, it's using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and it is stabilizing it by using this. From a company called Tilta. This is the Hydra Alien Mini, and this is the master kit. So it's got one little extra trick up its sleeve. Now, normally on the Osmo Pocket 3, this has a gimbal, and so it is actually stabilized across a number of different axes. But the one that it's not stabilized on is the Z-axis, and that's where Tilta has come in and solved the problem. So right here, this arm that you have stabilizes the Z-axis movement, which is this up and down movement that you normally see. If you've ever looked at footage using a DJI Osmo If you've ever looked at footage using a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 before, sometimes when people are walking with it, you can see this kind of a number in the footage. Everything else looks stable, but it has this sort of bob to it. This gets rid of that. I'll walk you through the pieces here. You have the shock absorbing arm here. This is a battery operated suction cup. So that's going to be different than the Delkin because that is just a manual. You push it and you have to just hope that you cleaned the surface well and you got everything set. Now, have I had any problems with that? Only when it was negative 10 degrees out and I was going to do the stress test on the R5 did I see any issues with the Delkin holding on. Every other time I've used it, it's been rock solid. However, you do also have the 2 connecting arms here. This comes with a little bicycle mount, which I haven't tried, but the bicycle mount was also very interesting. I might throw that on the bike and do a little vlog out over by the lake, but it's also got this, and this is the moneymaker. That is the shock absorber, which is this bit right here. So the Osmo Pocket 3 sits down in this shock absorber. And not only do you get the Z-axis, so it's going to take that bob out of it, and it can do it at some pretty extreme amounts, but you also now have this mount gets rid of the micro jitters of just the camera getting little shocks because it absorbs all of that. Truly incredible stuff. I'll put some footage up here of Cam Mackey's video so you can get a sense of what I saw. And look how incredibly stable this is. Now, Cam is a pro and really understands all of these things. I am not. I am a rank amateur. I've owned this for now maybe a month and have just started really playing around with it. I'll have a review on the Osmo Pocket 3 another time, but the testing that I did with this, it was easy to use. It was very straightforward in terms of what it did. What I was able to achieve is honestly really close to, I think, what Cam was able to achieve. So let me show you some of that footage now. Okay, now you can see me and I can see you. So that's what it looks like. And this is what it looks like from the other side. So it's got it on my face. I'm going to get it moved slightly up there. And then now let's see how it does tracking me. Once again, I am in the exact same place. I am doing the exact same route so that you can see what the stabilization looks like. And I may adjust this rig and do it a couple of different directions, but you can see what this feels like. So same road, same speed, same car, same setup, everything is identical. Even where I put it on the window is almost identical. So let's see how it rolls. I'm not babying it at all. I'm driving as normal, which should allow us to get a pretty good test in. and this is the rig. So I've got it inverted. I have the arm here. It's as close to kind of, you know, flat as I can make it. And then I've got it hooked to the sunroof. That's the footage you're seeing with the Osmo. There you have it. Excellent stable footage in a very small package. This is going to be a packed year full of videos, and I can't do it without your support. So if you would do me a huge favor, hit the like button down there and just go next to it and tap that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this in the future. Well, that's great. It's got all this performance, but how big is it actually? How easy is it to use? Well, you know what? Let me just show you. So this right here is the suction cup base plate. Again, this is battery operated. There's a little button right here that you hit it to turn it on, and you double tap it to turn it off, I believe. Right behind here, there's a little USB-C charger. And then it's got all of these little connectors. And you just take the pieces that come in the handy dandy case. You simply connect one side to the other and screw it in. And there's nothing to it. Look at this, I'm doing this while demonstrating. There's nothing to it. From here, you can modify whatever angles you need to. And then there's an actual arm that goes off of that. If you're gonna set this on your car window, what you really want is the overhang of all of this to never be more than 90 degrees straight out when you are actually using it. So what I would do is actually set this back kind of like this. So this is your window, you've got it hooked on there. Once you have that all together, you have your suction cup mount that's gonna go flat on your window. You've got that hooked to the arm here, and you have your bucket on the end. Now you can see the little rubber bits here, and as I move it around, you can see how it's going to absorb all those little micro jitters. So that's what this thing does. This is the money maker right here. And then you can adjust using this little screw here. You can adjust the tension on this arm. Now what you really want is, once you've got it set, you want this to be about as flat level as you can get. And to help achieve that, they actually include a little counterweight. That counterweight screws in right here. And now you can see just how this works. Once in place, this can really be a very, very powerful, as I was saying. So you just slot the camera in like such, down into place, leaving the controls kind of open if you can, and then just lock it down. So this is the completed rig, and now you can see yourself using this, right? The downside to this is the price. This is $250 for the master kit that comes with the shock absorber. I think the shock absorber itself is $50, which is a spicy meatball when we talk about a camera that retails for $499. However, my friends, it is nearly impossible to get the same level of stability out of anything else that is on the market that I am aware of for the same price. The camera alone, hell, just one of the lenses on my full frame camera costs more than this whole rig combined. Do you lose a little bit of quality and options with the Pocket 3 in this kind of a rig? Of course you do. The zoom on the Pocket 3 is a digital zoom, so really you have no zoom, because I would never use a digital zoom. Nor does it have anything other than an f2 aperture. I hope you like f2, because that's the only one that you're gonna get. However, if you're looking for something where you can just set it, put the tracking on, and forget it, and it will handle all of the jumps, jostles, whatever that you're gonna run into out there, this is the one for you. In the beautiful forest green color, this is the Hydra Alien Mini. Are you ready to hit the road with this little guy? I am too, and I am about to head to Moab, Utah here shortly. I will put a video together when I get back showing you exactly how this performed while we are out on the trails. Should be really fun. I'm gonna meet my best friend down there, and it's gonna be a little guy's trip. If you wanna see my previous car rig video for mirrorless cameras using the Delkin Gecko, that is available right over here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.